Hello, everyone. Well, there are reports here that Fubara had gone to London to meet with Tinubu before Tinubu, came into the country. Tinubu has spent 19 days, I think he spent out of Nigeria, most of which he spent in France, which has become the new London. So what London was to Buhari is what Paris is to Tinubu. So we literally like have a seat of government in other states, so people have to go there and meet with the illegitimate government and be able to discuss and do a lot of meetings that they can't do in Nigeria or whatever it is. But anyway, so this is Vanguard here. It says indications emerge on Tuesday that Bola Tinubu met with suspended Rivers State Governor Sasemi Nalayi Fubara in London while on working visit. Although the African report said that the meeting was at the instance of Governor Fubara, the presidency kept sealed lips on the matter. Attempts made to get confirmation from the presidency could not yield any result as no one was ready to comment on it. Of course, nobody has given them permission, to comment on it. This is such a sad case of if you needed any indication to tell you that there was no democracy in Nigeria, this is it. This is it. Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, did something that was very unconstitutional, and you know, I'm even looking at them like treason like. These are things that would lead in other countries to a president being impeached, talk less of an illegitimate one like Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And so instead of him to be punished according to the system, instead of him to be called out, now they're going to beg him as if, oh, he holds the everything. And so that's a huge debt on democracy. Another thing for me also is that most of the times these people who get themselves into office usually do not have the courage to even fight for themselves. So is it you, the citizens, that they're going to fight for? They're not going to fight for the citizen. You look at someone like Fubara, who was put into office by Yeson Wiki, brought in and pushed down the truth of people. So there's no antecedent. So these are people that are not able to what's the word I'm looking for now, that are not able to inspire their followers, inspire their people to be able to join them, and make demands and stand firm and be there. A lot of people have been making demands on the streets of Rivers State. I haven't seen Mr. Fubara, try to be with them or identify with them or anything. So he would rather go around, begging or whatever. Most likely he will end up at Wiki's place and go and kneel down and get back to where they were, where the control of the resources, will now be in their own hand. But one thing that I just want us to take out of all of this is that if these people cannot even fight for themselves, is it you and I that they are going to fight for? Just hold that, even if that's the only thing you hold out of this message that I have here. He said, however, someone private to the meeting claimed that it was the first face-to-face since Tinubu invoked Section 305 of the 1999 Constitution on 18th March, declaring a state of emergency in Rivers and suspending the democratically elected Governor Fubara, his deputy Ngozi Odu, and entire members of the House of Assembly. Someone who was democratically elected, being taken out by one who was not even democratically elected, who rigged his way into office. Yes, Fubara was pushed down the throat of the people, no doubt about it. It wasn't as if people were given their free will to make choice. Wike came bamboozled, put him up as a favorite and tweaked things in his favor. But at the end of the day, the people still voted him. So it's elected. For me, democracy is about the choices of the people, the mandate of the people. It doesn't matter whether the person is who would love to win or the person is not who would love to win, as long as the mandate of the people is allowed in a free, fair, credible election. That's what usually matters. In the case of their state gubernatorial election, I think to an extent it was what the people that had come out, voted for. Tinubu's national broadcast, according to Vanguard, on March 18 cited months of intense political instability that had paralyzed governance and threatened national stability. That description absolutely describes Nigeria at a larger level, and you would expect, if that's the case, then Nigeria should be under the state of emergency, and the National Assembly should suspend Mr. Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State, who currently is occupying the office of the president in Nigeria, a position that ordinarily he shouldn't have been occupying. But hey, the irony of what Nigerian politics is all about is what we see here. He said Tinubu appointed a former chief of naval staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ekwe Ibas, as sole administrator. It was gathered that Tinubu agreed to meet Fubara in an attempt to diffuse the lingering crisis. The duo reportedly discussed restoring functional government in the Oyo state. Officials say neither side disclosed details, but presidential aides who spoke on condition of anonymity said there were talks to see Fubara back in power before his 6-month suspension elapses. And I think for me, I've done some videos, I've done some analysis on this whole issue to say, look, at the end of the day, where the South, it looks as if it's going to be the battle state. So everything that is being done to be able to get the South. Tinubu is trying to work on that, and so it helps him. And one of the things with Tinubu, if you follow his antecedent and the way he does his thing, is that he always wants to, whoever is in a place, for it to be that it was because of him that the person is there, not that the person was self-made. So if you see, for example, like Wike is self-made, not self-made like that, but self-made beyond, okay, not Tinubu made, let me use that, not Tinubu made. So Wike came with his own power. He was able to rig election for Tinubu in Rivers State. And in an interview that you saw recently, where he said, "Who is Tinubu without a Wike?" So that's what it is. And Tinubu usually doesn't like that, so you always want to have in position someone that, if not for him, that person would never have been there. So probably this will be an opportunity for him to be able to install Fubara. So now it will be his own moment of, if not for him, Fubara will not come after the state of emergency. Well, we'll see how things go. But the thing for me, I always say, and I would say right now, is that while all of this are going on, what is it that you are doing to fix the politics of Nigeria, to get people that will work for you into office? Because these current politicians that we have, they don't care about you. Thank you.